take a look at the process with which the sweet corn has to go through before it gets to the shelves in our supermarkets.
Once we receive the sweet corn in the factory, we have to determine the weight of the quantity delivered. We have a weight bridge outside there where the truck passes. The first weight is recorded, then it proceeds to the reception. Here we offload, and then it goes back after offloading, and then we get the quantity delivered. After that, we do preparation. What they are doing here is dehusking, removing of husk from the sweet corn. After this, we have to do blanching. Why we are doing the first blanching is to help to aid in cutting or decobbing of the sweet corn. After this, after decobbing the sweet corn, it is done manually by the use of the knives. After decobbing, whatever the sweet corn which has been decobbed, they are collected and they are washed in very clean water. After this, after cleaning, now we have to do again second blanching. This second blanching, it helps in also microbial load reduction and also to deactivate the enzymes. We do blanch at 90 degrees for 3 minutes. After blanching, now we cool with water. After cooling, now the product is also subjected to it is shifted to the freezers. We have a blast freezer, or we can use the freezing tunnel. The freezing tunnels operates at -40 for 7 minutes. The blast freezer, it has a capacity of 20 tons and it operates at -32 for 24 hours. After 24 hours, the product is already frozen to the core. After this, the product is shifted to the cold rooms, which operates at -18. Once we receive the order, we have again to do now packing in the retail packs. We have retail packs of 1 kilo and 500 grams. Pack again in cartons, each carton holding 10 pieces for 1 kilo. And for 500 grams, it holds 20 pieces. Then we transport our products in a refer vehicle to our distributor.
Cleaning is an important part of the processing of sweet corn. It is done through rinsing with water. The dirty water is then sieved and the residue is considered as waste. The waste contains tops of plants, husks, cobs and curled ears. The amount of each in the waste will depend on the processing equipment, corn variety and maturity growing conditions for the sweet corn and equipment operators. Farmers can use this waste as a feed to their cattle, while others can choose to decompose it and use it as manure on their farms.
This is waste after cleaning the sweet corn. They already cleaned the sweet corn. It will be taken for blanching. And also this waste we do dispose and we give it to the farmers within this area, free. We don't sell it to the farmers. Also the sweet corn, the waste coming from the garden peas, the waste coming generated from the sweet corn, the husk and the cobs, we also give it to the farmers from this area.
Corn on the cob needs to be blanched before freezing because blanching slows down enzymes that destroy the flavor, texture and color of the corn. Blanching corn before freezing helps to remove dirt from the corn and brighten its color. Corn on the cob is frozen in the same manner as corn off the cob. However, the blanching process takes a few minutes longer for corn on the cob. Small ears of corn should be boiled for 7 minutes, medium ears for 9 minutes, and large ears of corn should be boiled for 11 minutes. Corn should be cooled for the same amount of time that it is boiled.
So after cleaning the sweet corn, kernels, we have to do now the blanching, the final blanching. This final blanching will help in deactivating the enzymes and also reduction of microbial load. After blanching, we do cooling. Now we are starting lowering now the temperatures down. We do cool with water. After cooling with water, we transfer now the already cooled sweet corn kernels to the blast freezer or freezing tunnel, where in case we are using the blast freezer, we have to store them there for 24 hours at -32. After this period, the product is already frozen. It is again now shifted to the cold rooms, which operate at -18. The shelf life of the product is 18 months under -18. This is the first blancher. We are using this blancher to do the blanching of sweet corn before decobbing. The temperatures for blanching, first blanching is for hot water treatment for a short time. So the temperature here is at 90 degrees for 3 minutes. Once the sweet corns are blanched, okay, they are subjected to decobbing. After decobbing and washing, they are taken to the second blancher. Here, this is the second blancher. Also, the temperatures for blanching is 90 degrees for 3 minutes. After this, the sweet corn kernels are cooled with water. After cooling, then they are shifted to the cold rooms.
Sweet corn is starchy vegetable that doubles up as a functional food. Starchy means it is high in carbohydrate content. Functional means it contains multiple nutrients that can bring benefits to our bodies. When it comes to the diet, sweet corn works well as a side dish in soups and salads. By combining it with other foods, it can boost the nutrient content even more. Mr. Macharia elaborates on the advantages of sweet corn and the different ways you can prepare it.
The level of sweet corn, sweetness in this sweet corn is very high. It is sweet. Yeah. Again, once you eat this sweet corn, you can't feel like that problem of stomach upset. That is, it is not like the other white. It's not like the other cob, the white cob. This one you can even mix with carrots. You can mix with potatoes. You can mix with garden peas, and you can also mix with French bean to make mixed vegetables. So you can use it also as a stew for maybe serving chapati, for serving rice. So it's different from the other corn.
Njoro Kani has created a lot of employment opportunities for the surrounding community.
We recruit our workers. We have the HR department which does the recruitment according to the labor required in the factory. Once the workers are recruited, we do an orientation to them now regarding the machine, the PPEs, and then gradually we do training. Maybe because it's just manual work, in 1 week's time, already they know what they are supposed to do.
Quality is key on processing of any product. Without quality, customer satisfaction cannot be achieved and brand outlook can be negatively affected, which in turn may bring down the company. Mr. Macharia explains to us how they ensure that everything they process is good for the market.
When we are contracting these farmers, we are giving them our specs, raw material specs. So the farmers are aware of what we need in the factory. So when the sweet corn are delivered, we have also to do grading to check the level of defects. Are they overgrown? Are they too young? They are premature. We check that. And also, we are checking also the sweetness, the bricks. These are the quality controls that we do at reception.
When we have importers bringing in things from outside easily into the country, when we in Kenya can manufacture these products, then we need to secure our local industries. You know, we have a lot of companies that start a tomato sauce factory and we can't compete because there are people bringing this from outside and importing it. When we can do it ourselves here locally, we have We have the labor force, we have the machinery, we have the skills and techniques, we have good education. NITA is really supporting as well. And this is where the government needs to enforce in terms of importing.
That's it for today's show. We hope you've enjoyed and keep watching KTN Farmers TV.